In this lecture, we're going to study about PCR. PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. If we talk of PCR, then in 1983, Carey Mullius, the scientist, discovered the concept of PCR. PCR is basically what? PCR basically is just a process in which we make multiple copies of DNA, and that too from a single DNA molecule. From a single DNA molecule, we can form multiple copies of DNA. It is a molecular biology technique. In this picture, you can see Carey Mullius. He is the scientist that discovered in 1983 the PCR technique. So the PCR basically involves three steps: denaturation, annealing, and extension. So before starting for any of the experiment, we required some requirements. We need some requirements. So the basic requirements for PCR is basically free nucleotides, that is TNTPs, template DNA to amplify from. So as I told you earlier, basically PCR is a process in which we can make many copies of DNA, and if we have to make copies of something, we need that thing. So that DNA is referred to as template DNA. Next thing we require is unique single-stranded DNA primers that bind upstreams. We need a single-stranded DNA primers, as DNA are double-stranded, but we need single-stranded, and that too which can bind upstream, that is to 5' end. Downstream of the DNA region of interest. Now we need a DNA of 3' end of interest. Primers are crucial for this step, as DNA polymerase require an existing strand of DNA to add nucleotide. So primers are very crucial in this process. Why? Because primers help to basically add nucleotides to the existing strand of DNA. Now this is basically the process of DNA, that we have the template DNA, and that template DNA denatures. The primers get attached, get annealed, and as soon as the primers get annealed, they just results in the formation of many strands of DNA. Now the first step that comes into PCR is basically what? Denaturation. So the temperature required for denaturation is basically 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. Okay. So denaturation is basically what? We have the two strands of the DNA. For amplification, for the process of the PCR, we need to separate that to double strands. We have to convert the double strands into single-stranded DNA. So this occurs if we heat the DNA template to a point in which results in the breakdown of the hydrogen bond. So when the hydrogen bond between these strands get broken, obviously it will convert it to single stranded. So we have to heat up to that temperature, and that temperature I told you is basically 90 to 95 degree Celsius, right? So as soon as the double stranded DNA gets converted into single strand DNA, the first process, that is the denaturation, gets over. Let's begin to the next step, and the next step is basically annealing. Annealing is basically what? We have to now drop up the temperature. We have to decrease the temperature because the temperature was high up. The temperature we raised because to break down the double stranded of DNA to single strand. As we need to anneal, we have to produce that single stranded DNA to multiple copies of DNA. We need to drop down the temperature. So the temperature is then dropped from 90 to 95 degrees Celsius to 40 to 60 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, we can anneal the primers to single-stranded DNA template. So DNA polymerase is also stable at this temperature, and at this temperature DNA polymerase is stable, and this helps to bind to the primers. Now the last and the next step is basically the extension. The temperature is then raised slightly. Now in the first step the temperature is raised highly, then we just lower down the temperature. Now from this we have to raise a little bit temperature higher, that is 70 to 75 degrees Celsius, so that the Taq polymerase can bind to that and extend. What happens in this? The Taq polymerase synthesizes and elongates the target DNA. Okay, now let's have a quick revision of that. What happens? Basically, first of all, we just provide high temperature for breaking down of the double-stranded DNA to single-strand DNA. After that, we just decrease the temperature so that the primers can anneal, and after that, we slightly raise the temperature so that what happens? That polymerase can help the DNA strand to elongate, and finally we make the copies of DNA. This ends with the step PCR. If we move towards the application, obviously whenever we perform some of the experiment, any experiment, what does it need? It should have some importance, some applications. So if we talk of the applications portion, then for the classification of organisms, for genotyping, mutation detection, sequencing, cancer research, even for the DNA fingerprinting, and even for the drug discovery too, we use the PCR. Thank you. I hope you will learn something new and you liked the video. Thank you.